I'm Jim Verplet. I'm the Global Marketing Director at Cadillac, and I want to welcome you to Palm Beach International Raceway, where we're doing our V-Series Performance Driving Academy among our finest Cadillac customers down here in the Miami area.
At the V-Lab, our guests get to learn more about the technology behind these vehicles. Things like magnetic ride control, which is one of the fastest reacting suspension systems in the world. Safety systems like ABS and StabiliTrak, direct injection engines, and components like high-performance Brembo brakes and Michelin Pilot Sport tires. They get to learn how these technologies are integrated for superior performance, and they get behind the wheel and experience that technology firsthand on the track. And that's what the V-Series was really built to represent, track-capable luxury.
Customers are basically going to walk through 3 modules throughout the day. Each one of those modules have been strategically designed to kind of highlight 2 areas. One, obviously, for the customers to have a lot of fun. The second area is to really highlight the technology of the vehicle that they're driving. So one of our modules is the V6 CTS Coupe. They do straight line acceleration, so they get to feel the power of our direct injection V6 engine, and then they hit the brakes hard, so they get to really understand the performance of anti-lock brakes. Then they move to a second module, and that second module, somewhat similar to the first one. You're going to do some hard acceleration, you're going to do hard braking, and then some kind of lane change maneuvers. Those are designed within a CTS V, so customers can feel the difference on, the V-Series versus the standard capable vehicle. So you end up with, you get an understanding of the Brembo brakes versus a non-Brembo, so how much more stopping power you have with those advanced technology brakes. Then again, you also get to feel the performance of 556 horsepower and all the torque that brings. So you really get to feel the differences between the 2 chassis. And then obviously the third one is probably the most fun for our consumers, because they get to take the V Coupe onto the track and experience kind of all of those things put together. So when the customer ends their experience here, they really have a deep understanding of the capability of the car, both at its V6 form all the way up to the kind of the ultimate performance of the V-Series. So they get to have a lot of fun, but they get a lot of learning, and they get to understand that there's a lot of technology behind these vehicles and a lot of capability behind them.
Finally, we have an in-car camera set up in the CTS V Coupe to record each guest's track drive experience. It's a great souvenir and record of their day spent with Cadillac. The CTS V sedan really does set the benchmark for performance. It starts with a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 that generates 556 horsepower and 551 foot-pounds of torque. This car goes from 0 to 60 in a blinding 3.9 seconds.
How about wow? And that's really under-describing this car. This car is a fantastic car. Cadillac has done an excellent job of it. As long as they keep up the good work, I'll continue to buy Cadillac.
Most fun I've had in 30 years.
Just flew in from Breckenridge, Colorado, just for the weekend to drive the CTS V.
I've owned a BMW Z8, the Porsche 911. I have a 550 BMW now, and it drives as well or better than my BMW.
And I expected it to be great, and it just really lived up to expectations.
Acceleration is incredible in this car, and then the braking. We had a little bit of rain this afternoon, and the braking, even in the rain, is just unbelievable.
My sweet daughter can get in that car any time of the day or night, because I feel like she would be as safe as a house in that cabin.
I'd rather drive my CTS V than a BMW any day. Yeah.
Had the M5, the M3. They're both phenomenal cars. I mean, I think this would hold head toe-to-toe with some of those cars for sure, from the performance that I've seen so far, so yeah.
Those brakes in the car, as you can hear them behind me, they're letting you really push the car to the limit because the car can handle it.
Tomorrow when I get home, I'll place an order for a V Coupe.
And my next car is going to be a CTS V wagon.
This is fantastic. I mean, it's very well organized, and it's unbelievable, really.
I think it's really the only way to get somebody like me to inside a Cadillac to test it, because this is although I would never go into the showroom to drive one,
Never.
It's phenomenal. Now it's changed my whole view, changed my whole opinion of Cadillac.